How's it going, everybody? This is Cameron White with White Light Astrology, giving you guys your weekly forecast of what the heck is going on in the universe. I like to start up with last week. I didn't even touch on the fact that Jupiter's direct now. Woo! Yes. Okay. So Jupiter retrograde in Libra. This has all been about, Jupiter and Libra period has all been about relationships with people, about, what are the positive things? Where is this taking you? Where does it all mean to you? What do you, Jupiter rules philosophy, it rules spirituality, it rules growth, it rules expansion, it rules fortune, it rules good times. It's just a good energy to have. And with it in retrograde, or with it in Libra, this is emphasizing relationships. This is about balance. This is about people. This is about working with other people. This is about legalities. This is about contracts and all that kind of stuff. And as it was retrograde, this was looking at hold on, let me slow down a little bit. As Jupiter went retrograde, this was looking at the relationship that we had with ourselves. What were the best things about that? What were the positive things about that? Looking for the beauty in it, looking for the harmony in it, looking for the greatest things about it, the little tiny beautiful things that make us our own selves. And now that Jupiter's direct, this changes this whole Jupiter aspect that we've been dealing with, because Jupiter's been retrograde, I think, since January. And it's taken all of this emphasis and it's brought it into ourselves. And now that we've experienced it with ourselves, we're able to now put it out back into the universe. So this is a time of moving forward with different things, as far as, what kind of relationships benefit you. What relationship have you developed with yourself in the past 6 months? And in the past 6 months, it's been crazy. We've gone through a lot of transitions. We've gone through a lot of shifts. We've gone through a lot of purging. We've gone through a lot of new, what's the word I'm looking for? Because I don't want to say it was this, basically in the past 6 months, we've really stepped up to the level of authenticity that the universe is holding us accountable and capable of being. And as Jupiter goes direct, this is changing a lot of the energy around what Jupiter has to offer. And also this week, we have Neptune going retrograde too. So it's like we have one big planet, going direct, but we have another one going retrograde. So that's going to switch things up a little bit. On Sunday and Monday, we had the moon, after this full moon in Sagittarius, which, man, it was like the last second. I tell you what, it's like a typical mutable energy, typical Sag, typical Gemini energy, waits to the last minute to get right where it needs to be. And it was like this whole weekend, it was like, okay, we're feeling all this pressure, we're feeling all these emotions. Where are they going? Why is all this stuff coming up? And it was like, finally, we understood what direction we needed to go. We felt that full moon emphasis of putting our emotional, what's that word? Emotionally putting ourselves into the scenario, like emotionally involving ourselves, that's what I was looking for, into what it is that we really want to go towards. Because I was talking about last week with this full moon in Sag, it was really about, okay, we've been experiencing all this stuff, everything's changing, everything's happening really fast now. Where are we going to take it? Because if you don't take it now, it's going to be gone. And it was like that very last second. So after this full moon in Sag, this is what we're experiencing. The Sunday, Monday, we got the moon in Capricorn conjuncting Pluto. And again, moon in Capricorn, you're going to feel a little bit stubborn. It's not the most emotional day. It's not like, this isn't a day to get in your feelings and to get all tied up and stuff like that. It's a day to go like, wow, look at how much I've changed. Look at how much I've grown. Look at how much I've prospered. Look at all of the new things that the new things that are beginning to take place in my life. And that's that moon conjunct Pluto aspect. That's the Pluto putting those deep-seated transformations under there. And that's Pluto also helping you realize that it's over time and through gradual progress is when you'll see the biggest results. Because Pluto's not a fast planet. Pluto takes 200 plus years, I think 230 or 280 years or 180 years, I don't remember, to go around the sun. And as the moon conjuncts it, it's like really this whole new look at what have we built emotionally? How far have we come? What were we able to create in this time? And it's like every 30 days as the moon goes in Capricorn, it's like a whole new look at what we were able to do, what we were able to accomplish. It's kind of like being able to sit back and be like, okay, this is like, actually being able to take it in and realize it, but also still being able to move forward and create new things. What else is going on? I got a big book this time. So what else is going on? Sun is sextiling Uranus too. This starts on Monday. Sun sextile Uranus. This is this Gemini energy. It's about to get explosive. It's about to get real. And we also have a Grand Air Trine this week too. I'm going to talk about that in a second. However, The sun sextile Uranus is that Uranus energy of that liberty, that independence, that freedom, and now it's sextiling the sun. I mean, the sextile trines are great. Trines are great. I love trines. They're like the most harmonious energy. But sextile's got the word sex in it, man. It's good. It's great. It's the same mutual feeling right there. And with Uranus in Aries and the sun in Gemini, it's putting this explosive dynamic to who we are and how we're able to truly wear our own essence and our own vibration and our own natural energy. And with this Gemini energy, it's like, oh man, I want to go out more, I want to talk to people, I want to live my life, all this kind of stuff. And as it sextiles Uranus, it's like really explosive and it's really liberating, and it's really just like this. It has nothing to do with emotions, but just kind of like putting it in that emotional context. It's kind of like, wow, I'm able to really feel what I need to be feeling, feel and experience what I want to experience with this new Gemini energy, with this dynamic that we've been really feeling. Jupiter's also going to be trining Mercury. Jupiter trining Mercury. This is putting an emphasis to our communication with ourselves, our self-dialogue. You know, what do we tell ourselves every single day? What's really going on in our conscious awareness and in our thoughts? And as Jupiter trines it, it's like, okay, we've developed this relationship with ourselves over the last 6 months. You know, we've grown a lot since January. We've grown an intense amount. And as it trines Mercury, it's like, wow, it's getting really, really healthy, and it's becoming very, very understandable as far as what we've been able to tell ourselves, what we've been able to communicate with others. It's becoming a lot more clear, the results of what that's been creating. And it's also kind of being like, hey, like, this is working for you, keep doing it, keep pushing towards it. How can you understand it better? How can you move forward, not move forward, how can you understand it better? How can you make it how can you make it better? How can you make it more beautiful? Because this is Mercury and Gemini going like, okay, I get it, I finally understand it. Trining Jupiter in Libra, which is like, okay, how can we make it better? How can we make it a win-win situation? How can we create it better for this person or that person or yourself? Hold on, what else is going on? Mercury and Sun is also squaring Neptune on Monday. I'm just starting off with Monday because the next couple days are a whole nother thing. But Mercury and the Sun square Neptune. We're getting away from that Neptune energy for the first start of the week because we also got some more stuff going on with Neptune. And this Neptune energy is kind of dying down with Pisces. Neptune in Pisces has been very, very... its energy's been very strong on society, and I think it's affected a lot of us individually in a very peculiar way. And this Neptune in Pisces has been really like, it's kind of like when you have a dream, it's the most vivid dream, it's the most craziest dream, like things are just coming out of left and right field, everything just doesn't even make sense, you don't even know what to make of it. And with the Mercury and Sun squaring it, it's time to get we're stepping out of that, you know, the way I like to look at it is like, you know, the spirituality scene, in my perspective, I should say, in my opinion, is very, very saturated with these spiritualists that get so caught up in these other dimensions and that they just live their whole lives and teach and practice through that, which is great. I think it helps a lot of people helps a lot of people in a lot of other areas in their life. However, it's not the most effective when you're trying to change your reality right now. Living in this reality or living in this fantasy and this illusion of, oh, well, on this realm, you know, this spirit's talking to you, this and that, like being in that context all the time and having this whole life that I guess you could say you've created, but you're not willing to bring it into this world is not healthy. And this is the time now to go, okay, we're aware of all that kind of stuff, we've experienced it, we understand it. What can we do to bring it in our present reality now? Gemini is all about right now. Gemini is not about tomorrow or not about yesterday. Gemini is all about right now. What's going on this moment? What's popping right now? And as Mercury and the Sun square it, we're getting away from that, you know, dreamy, this illusion, things don't really make sense, everything's kind of a blur. It's kind of like, no, like what's going on right now? Look at reality, look at the results, look at what you've been creating and go off that. And so I just want to say, going into this Neptune retrograde, it's going to be, I mean, we've been experiencing a couple Neptune retrogrades. I forgot when the last one, it wasn't too long ago. However, with Neptune retrograde, this is putting a pause on all that stuff. All of the crazy, I mean, you'll probably actually have way more crazier dreams. However, as far as getting that sense of reality and that sense of spiritual fulfillment, all that stuff, it's separating the two. we're putting a pause on this Neptune and this Pisces energy, and we're starting to, okay, like, what's reality? Where is this all going? All that kind of stuff. And this is just for the meantime, because in July, when we go into Cancer season, or later on in June, I should say, this is when a lot of that stuff's going to be emphasized more. So Tuesday, Wednesday, big days, Grand Air Trines with the moon. We have moon, Jupiter, and Mercury, and then on Wednesday the sun will also be trining the moon, so that'll be kind of a little bit of a trine with that, or Grand Air Trine with that. This Grand Air Trine, dude, this week is all about, like, accepting where you are right now in your life, accepting where you're at, understanding where you're at, and not being afraid to move forward. Just like last week, I was telling you guys, like, Mars and Cancer, just trust the process, take the steps, believe that the universe is going to help you out. And this Grand Air Trine, it's all about the moon, like with the moon in Aquarius, it's all about looking at things through a different perspective, experiencing things through a whole nother way that you haven't experienced them before. Now that Jupiter's direct, now that the Mercury's about to be going over the sun next week, and it's going to be moving forward, this is the time to really experience where you're at right now. Be in love with where you're at right now. And, you know, things have been happening really, really, really fast. And that's, you know, that's great and all, but you gotta also understand, you gotta be able to take it. It's kind of like, okay, so I DJ weddings, and the biggest thing I see with brides and weddings is that they're so worried about getting caught up in, you know, oh, the flowers and the times and this and this and that, and it's like, it's not even until dancing is when they get to finally sit back and realize, you know, like, wow, all my favorite people in the world are here. I'm having the time of my life and one of the greatest days of my life, and I finally get to fully experience that. And that's what this week's about. It's just in the middle of the chaos, in the middle of everything that you got going on, just in the middle of that, in the midst of that, don't take a break. Or, I mean, take a break. I don't really care. I don't take breaks, but take a break, don't take a break, whatever. But just be in the experience of what you're going through right now. Be fully in that experience of what you're taking in, what you've gone through, where you're at right now, and where that's moving you forward to the future. Because this is a beautiful time. So Tuesday and Wednesday is going to be like, wow, I can't believe this is all going on. Especially as Wednesday, as the moon trines Venus, or no, is that right? Yeah, sun trines moon, and the moon will be sextiling Venus. And yeah, that's correct. And as the moon sextiles Venus and Taurus, this is bringing that love into there. That's bringing that holistic, stable, secure love. And that's what this week's about. Setting that in, because Thursday, Friday, Saturday, things are going to get, I'm not going to say they're going to get crazy, but they're going to switch up on us a little bit. The universe is going to kind of throw us a little challenge in there. And it's not going to be a big challenge. Over the past 6 months, what the fuck we've been experiencing, this ain't shit. So you guys are totally good. I don't want to freak no one out. But Thursday, Venus is trining Pluto. Going back to what I was saying with this Pluto energy, this Plutonic energy of this deep transformation of our foundation of what we've been experiencing and how much it's all changing. But it's like this, it's like, okay, if you own a house and, you know, you paid $135,000 for a house, but it needs a whole new, you know, foundation, it needs new concrete, it needs new all this kind of stuff. You're going to invest the money in it, and yes, it's a little bit painful paying that money, but man, is it worth it in the long run, knowing that you have a strong, stable home and that you're also going to be able to get the money out of it once you sell it later on. And that's what this whole Capricorn energy, this whole Pluto and Capricorn energy is about. And as Venus starts trining it, Venus is bringing that emotions, the aspect of relationships, the aspect of other people, the aspects of what you love, abundance, joy, passion, what we experience with this Venus in Aries. Now that it's in Taurus, it's about what can we create? What are we creating? What's stable? What makes sense? What can make us money? And as Venus trines Pluto, it's just, again, it's like that aspect of things are different now. I do like the different things. I am experiencing different things. I am enjoying this new reality of which I've created, and even though things are changing, things can get a little bit scary, it's still beautiful. And it's going to make this whole Pluto and Capricorn aspect a lot nicer. It's going to bring a lot more love into the picture, so use that to your total emphasis. Venus will also sextile Neptune, so this is where it gets a little bit interesting. As Venus sextiles Neptune, it's going to be like this euphoric type of feel. Like, even though we're kind of done with this Neptune and Pisces energy, even though we still have a lot more to go, but just for the meantime, we're kind of done with it. And as Venus sextiles Neptune, it's like, okay, we're putting that, it's like, it brings that euphoric feel to it, kind of like that ecstasy feel. Like, it's kind of like, not I don't want to say like too good to be true, but it's kind of like, you know, if you ever watched like a love movie and something happens, you're like, okay, that's definitely going to be important later on. That's this whole Neptune and Pisces sextiling Venus thing. It's like, you know, this is so great right now, but it's going to play this feeling, this emotion that it's creating is going to play a bigger aspect later on. So keep that in mind this week, as you just feel the love this week. Feel the love. The moon in Pisces will be sextiling Venus too. It'll still be trining the sun, and it'll start to trine Mars, because the sun will be, it won't be squaring Mars. It'll be opposing the sun. The moon will be opposing Mars earlier this week. However, later, as the moon goes into Pisces, it will start to trine Mars. And this is that the moon in Pisces, I mean, it's such a weird time. People with the moon in Pisces are like the craziest artists. Kendrick Lamar's got a moon in Pisces. If you guys listen to rap at all, but Kendrick Lamar is absolutely insane. He's also Mercury ruled too, go figure. Anyways, the moon's in Pisces. This is bringing that intuition, that knowing that you know energy into your actions, and going to, like, back to what we were talking about earlier. Like, I'm going to take each step trusting and knowing that the universe is going to have my back, and that it's going to put a stone right there on the water, and that I'm going to be able to take that step forward. The moon in Pisces is after you feel all this love and you embrace this and you really are in the experience. That's going to be like I get it now. I fully get it. I'm able to take these leaps forward. And with this moon in Pisces, though, it's still going over Neptune and it's still going over Chiron. So be very careful of getting too lost in it. Don't get, I don't want to say get too lost in like trusting your own intuition, but don't get lost in the bullshit that you can't see right now. Because it's going to be squaring the sun. It's going to be squaring the moon. I mean, it's going to be squaring Mercury. It's going to be squaring Saturn. Don't get lost in the bullshit. Don't get lost in a whole nother plane of reality. Use this intuition and this knowingness right now in your reality. Use it now. The best time to do anything is right now. If you've been questioning, you know, should I do this? Should I do that? When is the best time? Now is good. Now is always the best time, because all you have is now. Tomorrow's not guaranteed, and yesterday is already gone. So this moon in Pisces, trust the process. Friday, moon will conjunct Neptune, square the sun. There will be a yod this weekend on Friday and Saturday with the moon, Venus, and Jupiter. Again, bringing that intuition and that level of love and knowingness into your relationships, and bringing it into yourself as well. I know that kind of was a little bit everywhere. Anyway, Jupiter, Libra at the apex of this yod, with Venus and the moon at the bottom, bringing that emotional emphasis to what we've created, what we love, abundance and all that stuff, and sharing it with other people. Give it to other people. Let other people experience it, because that means you get to experience it yourself as well. So on Friday and Saturday when we have this yod, just like, again, give love to other people. Experience the love this week. And if you're in a shitty situation, man, I don't give a fuck how shitty your situation is. I challenge you to experience something new. Experience some love. Do what you can. Do something different. And, you know, I apologize for whatever issues you're going through, or whatever it is that you're experiencing. You may not think that, you know, like, you have control over it. You do. And I challenge you to challenge that belief this week by doing something different. Embrace the love this week. Feel out what you've been experiencing and what other people have been experiencing. Who's around you? Who's helping you? Who's on your side? Experience that love. Experience that emotion. And then Neptune goes retrograde on Friday. I'm going to be talking a lot more about that next week. Saturday, we'll have the moon in Aries. It'll be T-squaring Saturn and Mercury. Mercury will be sextiling Uranus as the moon passes Chiron. So this Mercury sextile Uranus, this is getting that fired up, that amped up self-talk energy. Kind of like, you know, someone's just like, yeah, like, you know, I'm going to go do this and that and this and that and this and that, and just getting all pumped up on, I mean, like me, basically. That's what Mercury sextile Uranus is going to be about. So use that to your emphasis. Experience what you need to experience Monday, Tuesday, or Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Feel the love. Friday and Saturday, it's all about what are you doing with that? What are you doing with that energy? How far do you want to ride it? Where do you want to take it? Where do you want to go with it? And that's what I got for you guys. As the moon passes Chiron, goes into Aries, this is a whole new vision of self, a whole new emotional, a whole new self. What's the word I'm looking for? Basically, you're just going to feel a lot more self-fulfilled. You're going to be a lot more clear on what you need to do and what your needs and wants are and what your desires are and what that means, what actions you're going to take with that. So that's what I'm going to leave you guys with. Thank you guys so much for watching all my videos. I appreciate the fucking shit out of all of you. If you guys hate that I cuss, I'm sorry. I don't care. I'm sending you guys a lot of love, a lot of abundance. I'm sending you guys a lot of white light. Please check out my music. I got a lot of music being dropped off this very, very soon. Follow me at SoundCloud at whitelightcam, Twitter, Instagram, whitelightcam. If you follow me on Twitter, I'm always talking about astrology all the damn time. I'd appreciate a follow on there. If you guys are interested in a reading, please send me an email or a direct message on any social media, really. Whitelightastrology at gmail.com or Facebook at whitelightastrology, YouTube at whitelightastrology. If you guys subscribe and comment, super appreciate all that stuff. Love the fucking shit out of you guys. And I'm gonna be making a new moon video. The new moon is next week, end of next week, I think. I don't remember. But anyway, I'll be making a video for that. So in the meantime, I will see you guys next week.